In this brief presentation, we'll explain how medSage works with home medical equipment providers and sleep labs across the country. We offer the only comprehensive patient management system to help providers increase revenue, improve care, and reduce costs. Our systems contact your patients using pre-recorded calls, HIPAA-compliant emails, mailers, or manual calls, depending upon patient preference and whichever method is most effective in reaching the patient. All of the methods are linked seamlessly together, so if your patient does not respond to one method, the system will try another, and they're all managed using the same software. Working with our clients, medSage now helps manage over 1 million home healthcare patients. A recent study of sleep apnea patients concluded that the #1 factor driving increased compliance in the home is ongoing provider follow-up.
The more you contact the patient and the more interaction you have with them, the better. And medSage enables me to do that without increasing my labor costs.
Compliance is of critical importance because a compliant patient is a healthier patient, one less likely to develop serious, costly, long-term ailments.
When you first turn on medSage and you pull a lot of calls from patients that you haven't contacted for a long time, they come back at you with, wow, I'm going to pull that out of the closet because of your phone call, I'm going to become compliant, and I realize I do need that unit.
It's no surprise that more and more providers and sleep labs have decided that patient follow-up is an essential priority. But those who have tried to implement a follow-up program have encountered major challenges. The first level of complexity is determining exactly when to call each patient, an assessment which varies based on a set of dynamically evolving variables such as insurance coverage, order history, disease state, and provider-specific patient management rules.
We weren't getting in touch with patients because a lot of the patients that we were trying to get in touch with worked during the day, so we would leave them a message. They would call back when they got home at night and nobody was here. So then we kept playing telephone tag. We never actually effectively got in touch with anybody. Now using medSage, we're able to get in touch with a much higher percentage of our population, of our patients, so that we can have better communications with them. If they're if they're having a problem, they can identify it to us, and we can allocate our clinical resources to get in touch with them more appropriately.
Keeping track of a handful of patients might be manageable, but when patient populations grow into the thousands, the task can be overwhelming. Managing mailers, emails, and call centers can be expensive and resource-intensive and isn't typically a core competency for providers.
The amount of patient base that we had increased to a degree where our call center, as well as the amount of mailings we were doing to get supply business, was becoming very labor intensive, and we knew people were falling through the cracks, and we knew we had to look outside of ourselves and admit the fact that somebody else could do something better than we could do ourselves, and medSage was that solution for us.
We offer an easy solution, an integrated one that includes all of these methods, an essential approach since different methods at different times work for different patients. One size really does not fit all. And because our methods are integrated, we automatically switch to another method according to the patient preference. medSage Technologies addresses this challenge for providers by using sophisticated technology to identify each and every day which of the thousands of the provider's patients require clinical attention or replacement supplies.
We received a lot of positive feedback from our patients regarding our ability to communicate with them, reminding them periodically of the need to replace supplies. medSage has allowed us to be able to communicate more frequently with the patients and be in touch with them regarding their supply needs.
Our solution combines online, HIPAA-compliant software and, for the over 80% of patients preferring telephone contact, HC Voice, our proprietary interactive voice recognition technology, to call patients and ask a series of clinical and supply-related questions. medSage does not expect patients to converse with a computer. The call, less than 2 minutes long, is in the familiar voice of the patient's therapist, and the patient simply answers yes or no as if he or she were speaking to the therapist in person.
Hello?
Hello, this is Denise with ABC Home Care. Are you using your sleep equipment regularly?
Yes.
Are you having any of the following problems? Morning headaches, daytime sleepiness, or snoring?
No.
Do you need some of your supplies replaced?
Yes.
By knowing the best time to call and by making multiple attempts at contact, medSage routinely achieves impressive patient connection rates in excess of 60%. medSage does not replace the experience and expertise of the provider's professional staff. Instead, our product allows the providers to focus their most precious resource, their people, on those patients most in need of attention. By utilizing advanced technology to handle high-volume, routine, repetitive tasks, we free health professionals to do what they do best, taking care of patients. And with medSage, you'll also be able to gather the kind of OSA outcomes data that you can't get anywhere else. Data that can empower your company to continuously improve your bottom line, the level of care you provide, and most importantly, prove it to your referral sources so you can increase your market share.
We were collecting less data on patients before medSage than after medSage because I'm not sure what time medSage calls them, but they are connecting with them. They are putting, patients are responding to the compliance calls, and we're using that data to benchmark ourselves to make sure we attain 85% compliance.
The clinical outcomes data that medSage has to offer is unique in the fact that you can benchmark with others and get best practices within your organization to really help drive efficiencies and drive revenue.
Implementing medSage has led to better care for our customers' patients. With more consistent and proactive patient follow-up, clinical problems are identified, comprehensively documented, and expeditiously resolved. And compliance increases. Sleep apnea patients, for example, have fewer mask problems. And as mask problems decrease, compliance rates increase. Implementing medSage is truly transformational for your business. Simply put, proactive patient follow-up makes them better providers. A superior provider enjoys enhanced market position, an expanded referral base, and significantly increased trailing revenue. Given the modest cost of medSage's services, the return of investment for many of our customers is typically measured in days.
Hi, this is Jerry Conley, President and CEO of medSage Technologies. With over 200 clients, helping to manage more than 1 million of their patients, we are the undisputed leader in the industry. This brief video has just scratched the surface of our capabilities. If you'd like to learn more and understand why so many of your colleagues are partnering with medSage, please contact me or my VP of Sales, John Durkee. Thank you very much for your time.